What's going on, guys? It's your boy, Mark. Today we're going to be taking a look at the 2009 Subaru Impreza Outback, the sport wagon. So, let's get started. So starting it off, you can tell it's kind of got like an aqua exterior color with the metallic specks in the paint. Makes it look very pretty, and it's this two-tone type of paint that has the silver down at the bottom. It's got fog lights, alloy rims, really meaty tread on the tire, and up at the top right here, roof rack already ready for you to take it up to the mountains. So if you guys like to snowboard like us, definitely a great car to take up there. And one of the cool things about Subaru is they pretty much make every single car of theirs an all-wheel drive. It's even got the rear wiper. Take a look at the trunk. Oh, in order to open it up, you have this little button right here that you just press. It's got the cover, so when you go and get your groceries or you're trying to hide a couple of the bodies that you put in here, nobody's gonna see it. And you can put it in right there to have a little bit of extra room to fit another body. So you could probably do maybe 2 here and then another one stacked up, so 3 as it is. And then if you needed even more room, you can fold down the seats, and then you can do, tons more. You have all of your floor mats in the trunk right now with us, and you also have this little cover that says Subaru right on it. You can lift it up, and underneath it you have carpet that you can lift up as well, and you'll get all of your spare jack and wrench right there. It's got the silver trim. Let's go ahead and take a look inside. Oh, as far as the key goes, you have this type of key. Looks very similar to the newer Honda keys, and you also have your fob, which brings the lock, unlock, and trunk release as well. The door itself brings a cream interior with the silver and the black as well, and it brings your power features like power windows and power locks, and your power mirrors right here next to the steering wheel. You can also turn off your traction control right next to it, and up at the top you have the dimmer. In case you needed to access the hood release, it is right here, so you just pull this back. And in case you needed access to the OBD2 port, it's actually going to be back here, right there. In case you needed access to the fuses, the internal fuses, you can just pop this open, and you have all of the fuses right there. On the steering wheel itself, you have a beautiful black with silver steering wheel. And on the left-hand side, you're gonna have all of your voice controls for the radio and all that good stuff. And on the right-hand side, you have all of your cruise settings. Right in the middle, you actually have seated heats. You have a nice center console with a 12-volt port and an auxiliary port as well, so you can listen to all of your own music. Right in the center, you have 2 cup holders with a little place to store your change, plus another little place to store your change with another 12-volt port, which you can also use one of the cigarette lighters. You have all of your weather settings right here, which both the AC and the heater are working really, really well. Up at the top, you have your radio and CD, so it actually brings a 6 CD changer. I know, what are CDs anymore? Nobody even knows about them, but in case you do still have it, like some of the OGs, you can load up to 6 of them. That's pretty awesome. But if you don't have that, you still have your auxiliary port. You can listen to all of your own music. Glove compartment right here, which is actually a pretty massive glove compartment with your original owner's literature. Pretty cool. You also have a bottle holder on this side and a little pocket to store some extra change. Bottle holder for that guy there, and a handle for you and your crew for when you're driving like a maniac. Power lock and power window for the passenger, and power windows for all of the rear passengers as well. Go ahead and turn this bad boy on. This is what your cluster looks like. Turning it on, one of the cool features about this vehicle too is on the left hand side, if you see this little blue icon right there, it almost looks like the icon of a vehicle overheating, but the fact that it's blue is actually letting you know that the temperature still has not reached this optimum, operating temperature. So you should still warm the car up a little bit more so that it can get to that point, which is really cool. It's kind of letting you know, like, hey, don't drive me yet. This specific unit has 120,000 miles, which I don't know if you know about Subarus much, but when it comes to this type of car, Subarus last a long time, and there's a reason why people pay a premium for these. They're probably one of the most reliable vehicles that you could find on the market right now. All right, so you have your visor right here to block the sun. You can also pull it back like this and block a huge chunk of this side for when you're driving. You also have a visor to make sure that you're looking pretty for the day, and to make sure that your passengers, making sure they're looking pretty for the day, they have the same thing too. Dome lights are right here. Let me put the seat all the way back. So you have the manual handle right here. You just pull it, bring it all the way back. So as a rear passenger, I am personally 5'10", and as you can see, I still have a little bit of room in my legs, and I have tons of room up here. You have a little bottle holder off on the left-hand side, up to 2 bottles. Same thing for this guy over here. And for this passenger, the passenger, I guess you would call it, I don't know. You have a pocket to be able to store some extra stuff in there. Under the hood, you actually have hydraulic lifts right there that hold the entire hood up for you, so you don't even need to do anything. It comes equipped with the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder motor. Now, you may hear 4-cylinder and think, oh man, this car doesn't have any power, but it actually boasts 170 horsepower. That's coupled with the 4-speed automatic transmission. So it's actually a pretty powerful motor. Obviously, it's not gonna be like a giant 8-cylinder that's just gonna be like hauling ass everywhere, but you're never gonna actually end up feeling like the car is like lagging behind. So even when you're going up a mountain or anything like that, like because it also has the all-wheel drive, it's gonna feel comfortable and it's gonna be very economical as far as like fuel savings, all that good stuff. 20 miles in the city and 26 miles in the highway as far as fuel economy. It has a 16.9 gallon tank, which would take, right now we're looking at about a little over $4 to fill it up in Fresno, California. So it'd take you about $70 to fill up the car, and you would be looking at, on the city, a 338 mile range, and on the highway a 439 mile range. So that's huge. Like you'd be traveling some really long distances with just a single tank filled up. All right, so some really great features about this car is as far as like the pros, you get a really great price for the amount of stuff that's actually in it, and that's all stock. Like everything that you saw in there is not aftermarket whatsoever. It was all from the moment that they purchased it at the new car dealership. That's all it came with. So another really cool thing about Subarus is that they are the second type of car that holds their value the best. So they are only below Toyota, and there's a reason why. I mean, I talked to you guys about the reliability as we were walking around it, but that's honestly one of the biggest reasons why, and the fact that they're coupled with that all-wheel drive. I mean, these cars are meant to last. They're also made with really high-grade materials, so everything that you see in there, there's nothing cheap. Like this stuff holds up over time. So honestly, like pros, it has way more pros than cons. The cons that you might find are that for the type of engine that's in it, you might be able to find a car that maybe has a little bit of better fuel economy. But in all reality, I mean, if that's what you're looking for and you don't want all-wheel drive, go for like a Civic or something smaller. Now, as far as the looks of it, I mean, maybe some people might not like the look, but there's a lot of people that go specifically for these types of cars just because of the way it looks. So, you know, what can you say? If you're the type of person that loves the winter or loves the mountains, this is your car for you. It handles really great in the snow because of the all-wheel drive. And in case you don't know what all-wheel drive is, it's kind of like a 4x4, but it's always on. So it keeps better traction as you drive it around. It's totally worth it. Other types of cars that you might be able to compare to this one, in case you're looking for something else to compare, is gonna be like a Honda Accord, an Acura TSX, a Suzuki SX4, Mazda 3 maybe. So those are all kind of like top contenders when it comes to these. But honestly, like if you're gonna consider anything, Subaru is the one to go with. So this was the 2009 Subaru Impreza Outback Sport. Let me know if you have any questions about it, or if you personally have any comments about the car, just please drop them below in the comment section. Make sure to like and subscribe. And if you have any questions at all about our Buy Here, Pay Here program, or maybe a Buy Here, Pay Here program that you're considering closer to your place, just drop a comment below or just give us a call at 559-444-0123. We would love to help you out with anything of your purchasing needs. We know that car buying is really stressful and can be really stressful, and let's wait for the trucks to go by. Anyway, so we know that car buying can be really stressful, and we hope to make it as easy as possible for you. So anything at all that you might have, just give us a call or just drop a comment below, and we'd be happy to help out. Thanks a lot, guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Okay, bye.